Hello.
Hello, and welcome to another episode of Franklin and Douglas, where we talk about current events and give you bad advice. I'm Franklin, and with me, as always, is my buddy Douglas. Double D, how's it going?
Hey, yo, buddy, it's going great.
Great.
I
I'm
mean,
glad to hear
it's
that.
not going great, but it's going great.
What's going on? Why isn't it going great?
Oh, the events of this past week.
What happened this week?
Well, let's find out how yours went. How'd your week go?
Oh, it went fabulous. I had a party this Monday with some really intimate billionaire friends, just hanging
Oh,
out.
hot. I love
So,
it.
yeah, so we had a really great time. We were dancing and carrying on.
Love it. Love
Now,
it.
yeah. Now, my week was pretty quiet. Can't complain. Nothing too exciting going on. It's it feels like it's the East Coast out here though. It is like 30 degrees,
Oh,
freezing. It is freezing, but I haven't turned on the heat.
layer up, girl, layer up.
I am layered.
Oh
How
my
was your
goodness.
week though?
I mean, despite I am part of my New Year, new me is to read more books. So I've been reading more books. My sister in law is really big into reading books. I'm gonna try to beat her this year. I probably won't happen, but
What's your goal?
12 books, a book a month.
Oh, okay. I got you. All right.
But we'll see if that actually happens or not.
Good luck with that.
But I did want
You
to.
actually have to read it or we can't listen to it.
No, I'm actually reading.
Oh, okay.
I've yet
No.
to find an audiobook. Audiobook would probably be more helpful, but
I love audiobook, but okay, go ahead.
I love a good audiobook.
Murder mysteries, true crime.
But I wanted to say before we go into this week's topics, we're going to try to stay away from it being political this time because I'm sure that is infiltrating everybody's news feeds right now. But I just wanted to recognize that this week has been really tough for the LGBTQ plus community and their loved ones. And as a gay male myself, I fear the
You
rollback of
okay?
so many accomplishments. Yeah. What are you going to say?
Okay. Sorry. Go
I was
ahead.
like, don't act surprised. uh, and, the fear of things getting rolled back and, you know, people are in fear of their lives, in fear of emboldening people that, have hateful feelings in their heart towards our community. So just want to say that I hope that this next 4 years that these fears are unfounded and that people will stand up against those who want to tear us down. So that's all I wanted to say.
Okay. Look at you on your soapbox.
uh,
Well, as a black woman,
yeah.
we live that fear every single day.
Oh, I'm sure. What is the
But
thing you
no.
sent me? We're sitting this one out or something or
Oh, yeah, yeah, we're sitting this one out. Don't bother me. Michelle and I are in Cabo.
yes.
Yeah, yeah. Don't bother us right now, okay? Don't call, don't write, don't do anything. We ain't
No
got
dear
nothing for
black
you.
women.
Nothing. We are on airplane mode at this time.
uh
Yeah.
Good times.
Okay.
Well,
Well,
let's move on to our topic, shall we?
definitely. Let's go ahead and get into it. What you got for me?
Well, first off, I want to talk about a little epidemic happening in Houston right now. Did you know that Houston has drug addicted rats?
Shut up. What?
Yes,
Crackhead rats?
crackhead rats.
Yes. I love it.
So,
Okay, give it to me.
uh,
What's going on with these animals out here? Okay, go
yeah,
ahead.
I think I always get the animal topics for some reason. Escaping monkeys, drug rats. Like I'm like the
Oh,
anti Cinderella, no Snow White. Yeah,
and it's okay. You don't have your little flute, huh?
no. So the
Okay.
police and the city officials in Houston said that evidence in storage lockers is being destroyed by drug addicted rats. They go on to say that they have about 400,000 pounds of marijuana in storage that the rats are
Yes.
not that the rats are enjoying. this time.
Heck yeah, they like, hey man, what's going on? They got the munchies then too. Oh
I
my god.
just a bunch of
Okay,
high rats just hanging around is what I'm picturing.
exactly. They're sitting around. Hey man, we gonna go over here to Double D side. He got that good, good.
Oh, well, the mayor has said, because it's not just marijuana in these storage lockers; it's also evidence of crimes or what have you, or
Oh,
cases.
okay. I thought it was gonna be some more heroin and cocaine and everything.
Well,
Oh,
not
you're
that
just
I
talking about
read.
some. So they're eating up everything, all the evidence.
Well, the mayor has said that they've been destroying other evidences that have been dating back to 2015. The district attorney has commented that only so far there's only one ongoing case that's been deemed compromised by the rodents. So,
Wait a minute. Where was this again?
Houston. So, can you imagine you're on trial for like murder and you get off because rats ate your evidence, ate the DA's
And
evidence?
and the teacher always told us that the dog ate my homework was never a good one. Now we can go into court. The rat ate my evidence.
that's that's why I'd be training a rat army to that point.
Exactly. Exactly. Somebody better get a hold of Diddy.
Oh my goodness.
Oh, did you hear that his house burned down? I think the
No.
case is over. So, the LA fires and everything, his case is over. Diddy getting out. No more
Quite
baby
quite
oil.
conspicuous. Is
Exactly.
baby oil
I'm sorry.
flammable?
If it can be if you're rubbing too hard.
Oh my god.
I'm sorry to get off track, but I thought that you should know that.
I think it's
I think
very untracked. So
I think this whole fire was a Diddy plan.
you it was Diddy's rats.
Exactly.
Mhm.
No more evidence. No body. No case.
Well, to move on with the rats, so the head of the Houston Forensic Science Center, Peter Stout,
For uh-huh.
he said that they're edible, they're tasty, they're all kinds of things. You can't
The
store
rats?
no, the drugs.
Oh.
You can't store large quantity of drugs without expecting some of these things to happen. So I guess the police hired exterminators, but said the drug addicted rats are very persistent. I mean, duh.
Because they're addicted now. They're gonna have to have Rats Anonymous.
Well, and it's not just Houston. I guess New Orleans also was having the same problem involving cockroaches and rats. So they had high cockroaches as well.
Golly. You
But
hear these stories about these critters. New York's got rats the size of dogs
oh yeah.
coming out of the sewers and out of the underground tunnels.
Hey, I used to live in New York and those rats will come at you. They got no fear.
Oh, oh my god, that would terrify me.
So yes, it did. Trust me. especially
Okay.
especially being
I know
drunk
for
in the middle of
you.
the night in the subway and a rat's coming at you. Yeah, no.
I could just imagine.
Screaming like a little girl the whole time. So
Okay,
you're
so what is the plan for the rats though? Because that's kind of important if they're losing evidence and the rats are all high and drugged up.
well, I mean that's kind of like what they're doing. They have the exterminators, but the exterminators are struggling. But the other thing that other people and I guess myself is questioning, like, why do you have evidence there that long? I mean, you have some people that are serving sentences that their evidence has been sitting in there for 2 decades already. So it's like at that point, like, what's the disposal plan? I guess burning of old drugs can cost hundreds of
Mm.
thousands of dollars. My
And the whole city would be high.
well, that's like if it's legal there, like legalize it and resell it, make some money off of it.
Not after the rats have been peeing on it. That's not gonna be good.
Well, that's true. You got to get that Tupperware, put in some Tupperware.
That's disgusting.
So I guess to end this is my question to you and my question to the audience as well. Did you remember seeing like previews for a movie called Cocaine Bear.
Yes.
So would you rather fight one cocaine bear or an army of weed rats?
I think one cocaine bear.
I see.
Because I can, there's just one bear. I
Yeah,
can just dedicate it to that bear. Whereas all these rats, you never know. They're going to be jumping all over you, coming from the corners. Nope, can't do it. So I'll take my chances with the bear.
that's true because everyone's affected differently by marijuana. Like you could
Yeah.
either be like chill or you could be like super paranoid, and
Okay.
that would be my case. I'd probably get the paranoid rats. So
It'd be like Scarecrow when he sprayed everybody in
yes,
Gotham.
yep.
Face is melting all off. The rats are like,
It's like I didn't do anything to you. Ah.
That's disgusting. Well, I hope they get their rat problem under control because that's pretty serious situation. Now they got drugged out rats running through the city
Yep.
looking for a fix.
Well, speaking of a fix, let's move on to TikTok. So,
Oh,
as I'm sure a lot
tickety
of people
tock.
are aware now, the shutting down and reopening the next day of TikTok under their ban.
That's just a
So,
ploy.
yeah. So the current owners, ByteDance, cited receiving assurance from Trump, who then issued an executive order on Monday suspending enforcement of the law requiring TikTok to be sold by the 19th. So it was like the cry heard all over the world when people like signed into TikTok. What was it? The night of the 18th, and everyone
Right,
got
and
that
it
little
was
message.
down.
Yep.
Exactly. And all those people talking about, "Oh, just go ahead and change your location and whoop de whoop."
Nope.
No, none of that worked.
Nope.
We were locked out.
Well, it's
And then
still
some people deactivated and deleted the app, and now they can't get back in.
well, that's the thing. As of right now, as of our recording, I believe Apple and Google have not reinstated the app on their sites because of
Exactly.
this.
That's they told you not to delete it, just wait.
Yep.
Now they can't get back in. That's crazy. I mean, well, we see that the CEO of TikTok was at the inauguration. So, sitting right next to his buddy, Zuck.
Was he? I
So,
didn't see him.
yeah, they were all there together. It's
Oh
it's
yeah.
all they yeah, it's under face because now all of a sudden Facebook and Meta, all obviously the whole entire umbrella of Meta is on TikTok now.
Mm,
Okay, when they never were.
right.
So they they turned it off, switched them over to their network. Now they're running it and whatnot. And so yeah, it's all it's just the money game. Is and that guy didn't know that he used to work for him. That he was
Right.
like I guess an intern.
Yeah.
And so he took his company and took his ideas that Mark didn't want and was like, you know what, deuces, now you pay me.
I
So
I mean not on this isn't what we're going to be talking about here in a second, but for me, like I enjoy TikTok because the algorithm was so much better than Facebook and Meta's algorithm. Like I barely even saw the people that I follow their posts on Facebook and that.
mm-hmm.
Like it was always just ads and like these
Ugh.
crazy like other websites, and now it's a bunch of AI,
Mm-hmm.
and like I
And
miss like TikTok
that's how
always.
TikTok is gonna have now.
Oh yes, I mean that's my fear too. But
Right.
TikTok always gave me like shit that I wanted to see, and I actually learned stuff from it. Like
Right.
my famous mac and cheese on Thanksgiving. That was a TikTok find.
Okay.
So
Exactly. So I find myself talking to my phone, giving it subliminal messages so the algorithm can change.
right, right.
Okay. It's
uh,
crazy.
so who's going to take over TikTok? That's the biggest question. So right now you have a YouTuber, the highest earning creator on the internet, Mr. Beast, also known as Jimmy Donaldson. He has shown interest and seems to be the desired person to buy TikTok by fans and billionaires too. And he's come out and said that he's in talks with a bunch of billionaires about this. So, who
So
are
wait a
these?
minute, he's not a billionaire himself. So how is he gonna buy it?
Right. So he, I think it was last year or the last 10 months, he made like $84 million. So he's not a billionaire,
Mm-hmm.
but that's why he's in talks with billionaires to get the funding.
So to get the funding.
Right.
Well, I mean, if just have the billionaires buy it like they did. It's already
Well,
bought.
that's so you've got first off, you have Jesse Tinsley, who's known for founding employer.com, who, through a law firm representing Tinsley's group, said that Mr. Beast is part of an all cash bid led by Tinsley. Again, they say that they've got a group of high like cash investors that want to like go in and buy this. But then you had a spokesperson from Mr. Beast come through and told AP that even though Mr. Beast is in ongoing discussions with multiple bidders, he doesn't have an agreement with any of them. So then employer.com had to come back and make another announcement saying that clearly Mr. Beast is in high demand for great reasons. Jesse and his team would love to see Mr. Beast be a part of whichever bid ultimately wins and greatly values the shared support that Mr. Beast has shown across the board.
Mr. Beast.
Mr. Beast.
Never heard of him.
I've never
He
watched any
he's
of his
not on
videos.
he's not on Red Note, so I haven't seen him.
No.
That's where I am right now.
So I tried. I can't. But Red Note keeps giving me like pings and notifications, and I can't even read half of them. So
I'm telling you, by the end of this year, we are going to be fluent.
we're learning Mandarin, girl. We're learning it.
We are. We are.
So then on the same day, actually, you had real estate billionaire Frank McCourt, who leads a different group of bidders or who's bidding $20 billion for the Tickety Talks, told Axios that Mr. Beast will be part of his bid. And again, through Mr. Beast only seems to be in talks with the court's group with no official agreement. So you've got these different investment groups saying, "Oh yeah, I'm with Mr. Beast. Mr. Beast is with our team, whatever." And then Mr. Beast has to come out and say, "No, that's not true. No, that's not true." Even though he is showing interest. So who knows? I mean, again, a lot of people, he seemed to be like a philanthropist. Like he's donated money to different groups. He's did some kind of tree replanting thing. Like
Ooh,
he's also not
planted a tree.
he's also not clear of any scandals either, which I've not studied and touched upon. But I again, like I've never watched any of this stuff. I'm not whatever.
Yeah, never heard of him. So, okay, on the same track, but it just came up in my head as you kept saying, naming all these people
Yeah.
and this group and everything. How come the Lion King, or what is the name? No, the Tiger King. Wasn't it the Tiger King?
Oh, yeah.
Joe? How come he didn't get pardoned? How come nobody pardoned Joe?
I even think about that.
I just thought about that. I was like, they pardoned all these people, and poor Joe is still sitting up there in jail.
I'm
Didn't he?
gonna have to look up and see if Trump even responded to him because he
No,
write
he
a letter to
didn't.
Trump or something or
He did.
send
He
something?
was like, help me. And they didn't. They let everybody else out but Joe.
He needs to get Kim Kardashian on his side. He needs to get Snoop Dogg on his
Somebody.
side because they got their people of interest pardoned a while
And
back.
that's
So
exactly because that's why Snoop did the party apparently because he Trump pardoned one of his boys.
and
Isn't that nice?
where was Snoop when Diddy's house caught on fire?
Nowhere
Because
near it.
there's some instances where Snoop's been hanging out with Diddy too.
Everybody hung out with Diddy. You hung out with Diddy that one summer.
Listen, I was just delivering his Amazon package. That's the only reason why. And then all of a sudden I got pulled in, and next thing I know, I was
Here,
wearing all white covered in baby oil.
there you go.
Like,
Talking about ain't no party like a Diddy party.
right. Woke up the next morning and left with just the underwear on my butt. Actually, speaking of pardons and TikTok, so Trump has said that he's actually interested in Elon, your boy Elon, or Larry Ellison of Oracle buying TikTok. And I think Trump is saying that TikTok is worth like 20 trillion, something like that. I don't think they'll ever get that amount, but
Well, somebody's making it money. Somebody's rich out there.
the owner of TikTok is going to be making some good money.
Exactly.
Hmm.
Oh, well. Well, that's good information. Thank you very much for that.
Yeah, I figured since everyone's kind of freaking out, well, not everyone, some
I,
people were freaking out about what's going to happen with their tickety talks.
those kids were calling 911. My TikTok is out. My TikTok is out.
Well, I mean,
Poor things.
but I there's actually a lot of people that earn their living on TikTok. I mean, a lot of
Oh, yeah.
Americans that earn
Exactly.
their living on TikTok. So that's even like a whole subset of, you know, consumers
Right.
that you would have lost without their income. So,
Exactly. Exactly. Well, I'm glad it's back for the people making money
eh,
on TikTok.
one day we'll make some money on TikTok.
Or on OnlyFans. Who knows?
So how about we get into some advice?
Please, let's do that.
Perfect.
Doo-doo-doo-doo-doo-doo-doo.
So the advice is going to be given in Mandarin today. So,
Yes.
no. As always, we want to remind our audience that we are not trained professionals and our advice should not be taken seriously. But what
Never.
qualifications do we have, Franklin?
Well, we survived the Castros 2 for 1 night, and we weren't kidnapped by that man in a van. So we are qualified to lead you through life's challenges. Hit me with it.
So today we'll be pulling our questions from Reddit. If you'd like us to answer your request for advice, please DM us on our socials or comment. Maybe your question will appear on our next episode.
Okay.
All right, so first one is my 22. So it's a 22-year-old male and his girlfriend's
Hmm.
20-year-old female recently got lip filler and it's completely changed how she acts. If I can't put up with this, do I break up with her? So they go on to say, my girlfriend recently got lip filler and is acting completely different. She's constantly acting like she's some supermodel bad bitch now and gives off the vibe. Constantly takes pictures and staring into mirrors. She's completely changed the way she acts with me and isn't all lovey and stuff, but more bitchy. And the thing is, I really don't think they look that good on her. That's why she
Oh,
kind of just throws me off. This behavior is unacceptable to me. So so he's saying if it was too long, you didn't read it. He's saying his girlfriend got lip filler, not the same. Do I end things?
he just wants an excuse to end things. And as
Right?
a person who doesn't have lips, you go, girl. You do you, and you get those juicy lips all moistened. Mwah. And he needs. Did he get his done too? Didn't he say he got his done?
No, he did not.
Oh, I thought he got his done as well. Now let her. Yeah, he just wants an excuse. She needs to go on out there, get on the tickety tock with those lips.
Yes.
Mwah, mwah, mwah. She needs to leave him because he has no lips. Her
Uh,
lips are probably sucking his whole face up. Mwah.
I
Yeah,
mean,
he's weird. This
I,
kid's nowadays 20 years old and he's worried about her lips. Get
how is
real.
she at 40 lip filler at 20 years old? That's what I want to know.
She's on the OnlyFans or the Tickety Talk.
Well, then, yeah,
That's
you
where you're
definitely need
making
that
your
lip
money
filler.
now. Yeah, that's where they're making their money now.
You know, that's not the only lips that they get filled.
Oh,
I learned that on the Tickety Talks.
your algorithm is
It's,
gone.
that's because of you that my algorithm's all messed up, but we're not even going to get into that.
Don't be trying to throw me under the bus for what you watching.
So,
Oh my
I
God.
mean, I say for him, what he needs to do is kind of show her up. Like you mentioned, like he should get some lip filler, maybe get some
Mm-hmm.
extensions, get his nails did, looking right,
Exactly.
get that BBL, like, you know, and then like he started acting bitchy towards her and then see how she
Exactly.
likes it.
And they'll both be bitchy girls together.
Yes. I don't know. He also sounds like he's kind of controlling, but
Little Ryan Reynolds.
oh,
Girl.
girl. All right.
I need you to catch up on that. It's getting good.
I don't want to mess up my For You
Algorithm.
page. Yeah, my algorithm any more than what it already
I'm going to
is.
start sending it to you so it can be flooded.
All right, let's move on to the next one here. So the next one
Okay.
is an Am I the Asshole? One of your favorite categories.
Yes, you are.
Am I the asshole for telling my cousin her haunted doll collection is why no one visits her house. Yes, girl. So we go on to say, I, a 26-year-old female, have a cousin, Jessica, who's a 28-year-old female, who has always been eccentric. Growing up, Jessica was the weird kid who carried a headless Barbie everywhere and insisted it was her guardian. We all thought it was a phase, but Jessica never really grew out of it. Fast forward to adulthood, and her quirkiness has escalated into full blown obsession with haunted dolls. Jessica now owns over 30 of these spirited dolls, which she insists are occupied by the souls of the departed. She gives them names, hosts tea parties for them, and even
Yes.
yeah, even dedicates Instagram posts to them with captions like Evelyn is feeling mischievous today. I mean, nope.
Mischievous today.
So
Oh my
yeah,
God.
so whenever family gatherings roll around, Jessica always complains that no one ever wants to visit her house. Duh.
Yeah, think.
She claims it's because her place is too far away. And then they put in quotation marks that's only a 20-minute drive. Or that or that people are just jealous of her unique lifestyle. But the truth, her house is downright terrifying. The walls are covered in Victorian style wallpaper she put up to match the vibe of the dolls. Dim lighting.
Velvet. Is it velvety?
I wish they didn't mention it, but I would love that. Dim
Oh my
lighting,
God.
creepy porcelain faces staring at you from every shelf, and Jessica talking to them like they were her roommates. At
Nope.
Christmas, Jessica started her usual rant about how no one comes to visit her or respects her spiritual practice. She said she feels isolated and unsupported, especially because society just doesn't understand empaths. I finally had enough and said, Jessica, no one visits you because your house looks like a shrine to nightmare fuel. And it's not society, it's you. No one wants to be stared down by haunted dolls while drinking coffee. She gasped like I just slapped her, and my mom hissed, not the time, dear. But my uncle snorted into his eggnog, and my younger cousin whispered, finally someone said it. Just, Jessica stormed off, and later
Poor
that night, she
Jessica.
posted a vague Facebook status about how some people just can't handle women embracing their divine femininity through spiritual connections. She also uploaded a TikTok of her holding one of the dolls, tearfully declaring, they might not love you, Evelyn, but I do.
Evelyn.
I've since been labeled the family villain, but honestly, I'm not sorry. She's been tagging me in passive aggressive memes about toxic relatives for days now. My mom says I should apologize to keep the peace, but my dad says, maybe she needed to hear it. So am I the asshole?
No, you are not. I
Mm-mm.
have a good friend who his grandmother, you know those holiday dolls that are like, oh,
Oh, yeah.
he gets those all the time,
Ooh,
and he puts them up, he puts them up in his house, and those dolls, he knows I hate those dolls. Those dolls are creepy, but every year I'm like, "When did Granny get you?" And he sends me a picture. So, yeah, that's kinda I hate those dolls. It's very creepy indeed. I as a kid, I had a doll collection, but mine were like, you know, Barbie dolls or very, different type of dolls that my mom would have gotten me
right,
throughout, when she traveled. Not any of those porcelain, scary clown dolls.
right.
Those things creep us out so bad.
Oh,
So yeah, Jessica, get your life together, girl.
I know. I mean, I am one of those people that are afraid of dolls, like, especially a room full of dolls. Like,
And
as a
just looking at you.
yes. Well, as a kid, my dad allowed me and my brother to watch horror films, like probably way too young than what we should have been. And I
Mhm.
remember one specifically of like these people were stranded. They walked into a house and the dolls came to life and started killing them. And like that's the kind of thing that comes into my head. Like these dolls are going to
Toy
come to
Story
life.
gone bad.
Yes. And have you seen like this is a whole thing. Like have you seen these like listings for people selling haunted dolls?
Yeah,
I
I'm
can't.
cool.
No,
I'm
I
cool on that.
ooh. Oh, like
Yeah,
I
Jessica
mm.
Jessica and Evelyn, they can go on somewhere else with all that mess. When they found me, somebody needed to tell her. I love it.
I mean, I would've just came out and told her, "I don't know why this whole family is, like, stepping around this." I'd be like, "Nope, your
Exactly.
house is a horror house. I am good."
A whorehouse. Yeah, I'm cool. Thanks. Won't be coming, Jessica. And no, you are not the asshole.
And if you start
Jessica
posting
is.
Facebook posts of you holding dolls and talking to them, that's it.
No.
Podcast over.
Oh, oh, Evelyn, he just doesn't understand.
He's toxic.
He's toxic. No,
Ah,
that's not even cool at all. Oh
well,
my God.
on that note, that's all I got today.
Okay, well, as Albert Einstein would say, the question that sometimes drives me hazy, am I or the others crazy? Hmm.
Evelyn and Jessica are definitely crazy. But
Well, that was good stuff. Thank you so very much for that, Double D.
yeah, thank you everyone again for listening. Please feel free to like, subscribe, throw any emojis if you watch on YouTube. I know some platforms doesn't let you comment. I'm going to try to put up a poll for you to let us know. Would you rather fight a cocaine bear or an army of weed rats? Because I am really interested in knowing.
Cocaine Bear.
And as always, thank you again and bye.
Bye.